Hey there! I was just admiring these beautiful polar bears. Can you believe they live in the Arctic where it is so cold? Their fur and body fat helps keep them warm. When it's above 50 degrees, they overheat. When I want to stay warm, I put on a sweater. Speaking of sweaters, what do you think polar bears would look like wearing an ugly sweater or a holiday sweater? You may have heard of an ugly sweater contest. Sometimes people will wear bright, festive holiday sweaters. And some of them really aren't ugly at all, but they're actually pretty cool. Today we're going to draw a polar bear wearing an ugly sweater or maybe just a festive holiday sweater. Okay guys, so we're gonna start by drawing the polar bear first and then adding the ugly sweater or the festive holiday sweater, whichever you want to. So make sure that you write your class code on the back of your paper with a pencil. And it works a lot better because it's kind of like a portrait or picture of a polar bear. So imagine when you guys get your pictures taken in school, it shows your head, your neck, and your shoulders. So you're gonna keep your paper vertical like this. And if we look at a picture of a polar bear, you can kind of see that they have a round, almost a circle head, and then the ears are kind of like a semicircle or half of a circle. And then I'm not sure what you call this part, the snout. I'm not sure what the correct term for it is, but it's almost kind of like a hill on top and then kind of like round on the bottom. So I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. So we're just gonna break the polar bear into shapes. When you're drawing, you're gonna start with the head. So think about where you maybe want your polar bear. The head kind of at the top where you leave enough room for the top that you can fit your whole polar bear's head and ears, but then enough where we have some space at the bottom for the sweater. So I'm gonna start by just drawing a curved line, and then I'm just gonna draw kind of like a circle. Draw the ears, half of a circle on each side, and then half of a circle on the inside. And then for the polar bear sweater, just think of it like a curved line that goes like right off the paper. And then eyes, you can add any kind of eyes that you want to. For mine, I'm actually gonna do some cartoon eyes. So I'm gonna add like a little circle on the top and a little circle on the bottom too. And then I'll go back and color them in with my Sharpie later. And then for the bear's nose, I don't know what you call that part. You're gonna add kind of like a curved line at the top, and then on the bottom, think of like an oval shape. And then I'm gonna add a triangle for the nose, like upside down triangle, or you could do a heart. And then my lines for the mouth. And you could also add little dots if you want to. And then we're gonna add some just curved lines for the polar bears. Awesome, amazing sweater. And the more lines that you add, the more drawing that you'll have to do. So keep that in mind. And then I'm actually gonna add some texture. So if you think polar bears have texture, right? They have fur. So I'm gonna add some lines just to kind of show the fur. And there's not a right or a wrong way to do this. I'm just starting with adding some little dashes around the polar bear's eyes, and then I'm gonna go outward. And mine, I like to curve it kind of with the face in the direction that the face is going, but you could do this however you want. And then now it's my favorite part, time for the sweater. So you can think, do you want yours to be kind of Christmas, have maybe some Christmas trees, candy canes, stars, bells? Do you want to add some kind of designs in there, maybe some different kinds of lines? So I'm gonna start, I think I'll start with maybe a Christmas tree here. When you're finished drawing, now it's time to take your Sharpie and trace over all of your pencil marks to make them nice and dark so we can see them. After Sharpie, it's time to erase all of your pencil marks. Alright, now it's time to add color to your ugly or amazing sweaters, whichever way you look at it. You can use crayons, colored pencils, or markers. Now, even though the video is sped up, I'm really taking my time to fill in the white spaces, stay in the lines, and do some quality coloring. My favorite thing to do when drawing is to color. So I'm adding lots of different colors to each section of my polar bear's sweater. Oops, I forgot to color his nose earlier with my Sharpie. Now I'm going to leave my bear like this just because I really want the sweater to stand out, but you might want to add a background. That's totally up to you. All right, guys, here's my final product. I can't wait to see your amazing, crazy, awesome, ugly sweater polar bears.